In the farthest reaches of the galaxy, beyond the swirling colors of the nebula Mornis, there lies a forgotten world, one that no living soul had touched in eons. This world was known to ancient star voyagers as Caloran, a planet lost to time. Once home to a mighty civilization, Caloran's people were wise, their minds vast like the universe itself. But all that remains now are ruins, ancient temples carved into cliffs, and forgotten star maps that lead to nowhere. Legend speaks of a time long before Caloran's fall, when the planet's people discovered a cosmic mystery, a powerful signal from the farthest reaches of space. It was a message from the future, a warning of a catastrophe that would tear the very fabric of the stars themselves. The signal was faint, but the Calorans could hear it in their deepest temples, vibrating through the air like the hum of an ancient, forgotten song. The signal wasn't just a whisper, it was a promise. A promise of a future they would never see, but one they could prevent, if only they could understand it. But in order to change the future, something would have to be sacrificed. The story of that signal had been passed down through generations of star wanderers, each telling the tale with awe, for none had ever solved its mystery. It is said that in the heart of the starry abyss, the message could still be heard, echoing faintly from time to time, but no one knew who would receive it or what it truly meant. It was on one such voyage, aboard the Astral Wanderer, that a crew of explorers, led by Captain Riven, first picked up the signal. The ship was a sturdy vessel built for the vastness of space, but Captain Riven's crew wasn't just a team of adventurers, they were seekers of the unknown, passionate about unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos. Riven, a young captain known for his curiosity and bravery, was a believer in the old stories, the ones told by his grandmother around a campfire. She would speak of ancient, long-lost artifacts that could change the course of the stars and of messages from the future that warned of doom. He thought these tales were merely fanciful legends like many others, but that was before the signal. As the Astral Wanderer drifted toward Caloran, the strange hum of the signal began to grow stronger. It pulsed through the ship's systems, not in the way a transmission from a known civilization would, but in a way that seemed to vibrate with something far deeper, more ancient. "I've never heard anything like it," said Lyra, the ship's lead scientist, her voice full of wonder. "It's like the signal is calling us." "Not calling us, Lyra," Riven replied, staring out at the dark expanse of space ahead. "It's trying to warn us. This is the message." The crew worked tirelessly, sifting through data and decoding the strange sequence of sounds and symbols. But they could not understand it. Some believed it was an ancient alien language, while others argued it was a warning from another dimension, one where time didn't flow as it did in the known universe. Suddenly, as the Astral Wanderer entered the orbit of Caloran, a strange thing happened. The signal stopped. Dead silence filled the ship's corridors. The hum that had filled the air was gone, replaced by an eerie stillness that sent a chill down the spine of every explorer aboard. "Captain, it stopped," Lyra said, her voice trembling slightly. "The signal, it's gone." Riven stood up and looked toward the window, where the dark form of Caloran's surface loomed large, a planet abandoned by time but not by mystery. "That's not good," he said quietly. "We were meant to hear it." Before anyone could speak, a strange phenomenon occurred. The ship's lights flickered, and the stars outside the windows began to twist and blur, like paint being smudged across the vast canvas of the cosmos. It was as though the very fabric of space was being torn apart. "This is it," said Riven, gripping the console tightly. "This is the catastrophe." Then, as if the universe itself was holding its breath, a burst of light shot through the sky, a streak of golden fire cutting across the blackness. It wasn't a comet, nor a starship, but something far stranger, something that had never been seen before. It left a trail of shimmering stardust in its wake, its shape constantly shifting as if it were alive. Riven and the crew watched in awe as the light slowed, finally coming to rest above the planet's surface, hovering like a celestial omen. The ship's sensors blared, but Riven didn't need to understand the readings. He knew what it was. The signal. It had returned. But it wasn't just a message now. It was a warning. And it was far worse than they had imagined. "We have to get down there," Riven said, his voice filled with a sense of urgency. The crew prepared for landing, each knowing that they were about to uncover something that could change the course of the universe, or destroy it. No one spoke as the Astral Wanderer descended toward the surface of Caloran. In the distance, the golden light pulsed once more, guiding them like a beacon through the darkness. They didn't know what they would find on Caloran, but one thing was certain: the message from the future had found them. And with it, the choice that would decide the fate of all life across the stars. As the ship touched down on the cold surface of Caloran, the crew of the Astral Wanderer stepped into the unknown, ready to face the legend that had haunted the galaxy for so long.
Hey there! If you're enjoying the story so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our exciting adventures.